Can the government demand that you publicly declare your loyalty to the country? Can you or your children be punished for refusing to publicly salute the flag? Your first reaction is probably an indignant, "Of course not." But what about times when it seems like support for the government is critically important, for example, during times of war? That was the question confronted by the Supreme Court in 1943 in the landmark case of West Virginia State Board of Education v. Barnette. As World War II raged in Europe and Japan, the West Virginia Board of Education passed a rule requiring children to salute the American flag at the beginning of the school day. The purpose of this rule was to instill patriotism in the students. Failure to comply would result in the child being expelled, the parents fined, and possibly jailed. Marie and Gaithy Barnette, members of the Jehovah's Witnesses Church, strongly objected to the rule. They believed the salute and the pledge that went with it violated the biblical injunction in the Book of Exodus to never bow or honor any graven image. When the Barnettes took their complaint to federal court, the school board had every reason to believe the school would win. Only 3 years earlier, the Supreme Court ruled against the Jehovah's Witnesses in a similar case, Minersville v. Gobitis. In that case, the Supreme Court ruled that public schools could compel children to salute the flag and say the pledge. If Jehovah's Witnesses wanted their children excused from saluting the flag, just as Felix Frankfurter wrote, then they would have to convince local majorities to vote in favor of special exemptions for objecting families. In Barnette, however, the court came to the opposite decision, deciding in favor of the Jehovah's Witnesses by a 6-3 vote. So, what changed in just 3 years that caused the court to change its mind? First, the publicity surrounding the earlier Gobitis case had sparked animosity against the Jehovah's Witnesses. Some Americans believed their refusal to salute the flag was disloyal and even traitorous. This led to church burnings and other acts of violence.